Natasha Useldinger says, hey, Raf, how should I program for someone with a fused spine? So spinal fusion is a surgery where typically given to people with scoliosis, very severe scoliosis, and with some other spinal injuries, so maybe someone who had multiple spinal fractures or a stenosis or something like that, where the surgeons basically implant rods, usually titanium rods, anchored to screws, a pair of screws in each vertebra. So they might fuse, 2 adjacent vertebrae. Say your L4-5 might be fused, or they might fuse your whole thoracic spine or your whole lumbar spine or your entire thoracic and lumbar spine in the case of a very severe scoliosis. So I don't know how much this person's spine has been fused, but basically once your spine is fused, those joints are no longer joints. It's now a single unitary, structure, so it's not at all bendable. So now instead of a lumbar spine or a thoracic spine, whatever, they've basically got a femur, a thigh bone that runs up their spine. So it's not bendable. You can't train spinal flexibility in somebody who's in the fused region of someone's spine who's got spinal fusion. And so, things that would be more difficult for that person in daily life, are things involving bending. Like, so when you do up your shoelaces or put on your pants at the start of the day or get up out of a chair, you have to bend you bend your spine as part of doing that. If you put the seatbelt on in the car, you twist around and rotate through that. So, your client's going to have trouble doing those activities. So you can help her compensate for her lack of spinal mobility by increasing the mobility in her other joints. So if you can improve her hip and shoulder mobility, that'd be awesome. Parts of her spine that aren't fused, if any, improve the mobility there. And just aside from that, do everything. I mean, you can still do abdominal work, but obviously no flexion because she can't flex if her whole spine's fused. But you can do planks and knee stretches and, she can probably even do things like teasers, although she won't roll up smoothly. She'll kind of go up and down like a plank. So I would just challenge her pretty much like a normal person. But just bear in mind, she can't flex, extend or rotate in the area that's fused and thus work on extra mobility in the adjacent joints and challenge her abs and back muscles and side muscles and whatever in, the neutral position that she's fused in. So I hope that helps.